Oh folks, Typhoon Carter here. I'm covering Excal versus Starmaster for DPP Revival Invitational. Quick recap as they just started. Tyranitar into Rose rate lead. Rose got T-Spikes up. Rocks are traded. This Rose looks to be a bulky lead. And Swampert ended up getting hazards up. So Starmaster got quite a few hazards up into this Skarmory. Heatran's also sent out here. And Tyranitar's gonna eat up this T-Spike, going to presumably eat up this Fire Blast. No, it just gets roared out into Clef, so now we're all caught up here. So Starmaster bring a T-Spikes, Fire Ward of Rascore, prototypical, whereas for Excal, who's going by Fake Sucks at Mons, is playing for loading a stall team from the looks of it. But this Clefable is going to render this Heatran from being able to do nearly as much as he would like. So that's kind of what's going on now. And these guys are clicking relatively fast. Not super fast, but huge knockoff there as that Swampert's longevity is going to be limited. So Starmaster's game plan for dealing with Excal's stall team a little bit worrisome. And oh, so the Skarmory is revealed to be faster, so Starmaster does have the option to potentially EQ on a predicted roost, but Excal knows this, just gotta take his hazards. Drill pecking there, probably, yeah, there's the EQ, so now Excal roosts. Let's see if Starmaster's gonna get this. Okay, gets it this time, and going to be in range here, just out of Torrent range, but this Swampert is on its last legs. And it can come in one more time. However, that said though, again, I believe this is for round 5. Yeah, so this is for round 5 losers bracket. So whoever loses here is going to be eliminated from this tournament, and Flygon is shown. And going to get rid of the Swampert, and that's a Mixgon, so Excal bringing a Mixgon semi-stall kind of build, not unheard of, because Mixgon again normally thrives on these kind of bulky offenses, or sorry, these bulky spike stack builds per se. And this Tyranitar is going to eat up the Draco Meteor, but it's going to die to poison damage, so interesting game so far. And again, the big question mark here is how is Starmaster going to deal with the Clefable, because at least like there's a clear plan to deal with the mixed Flygon with the Latias, but it's not going to be very comfortable. And this Clef can just kind of knock whatever, and oh, there's the Jirachee, and this Jirachee is going to lose its leftovers. So that's going to be quite devastating. And a couple things to note here. Predictions, Excal is slightly favored in this matchup against Starmaster according to our Discord server. If you guys want to join that, a link will be in the description below as I am recording this live. Anyways though, Jirachee's gonna use the leftovers. That's going to be pretty huge because that means that Jirachee can't passively recover health, can't do anything silly like going for Iron Head flinches to heal HP back. So that's just something to keep in mind. As for the last two on Excal's team, I would expect there to be a Rotom. I would also expect there to be a Latias or a second Steel. Something like a Jirachee could make sense here. Actually no, yeah, I think there definitely needs to be a defensive Latias on Excal's team, because otherwise you run into this issue of Breloom just being a total pain in the neck. Like, yeah, sure, you could probably do Rest Talk Jirachee, but that's not really safe either. Okay, yeah, there's the Latias. And Lattie's gonna eat the Iron Head, dealing decent damage. And, ooh, yeah, Excal might be in a little bit of trouble here. Okay, so Excal finally gets the T-Wave off. Luckily does not get flinched like 3 times in a row. And gonna be forced to recover here. For Starmaster, this is a great chance to potentially get a trick off. But no, Excal's gonna stay in here, probably trying to absorb the trick potentially, because you don't want Clefable to eat up a trick attempt from Latias, so that's why Excal tried to stay in, tried to make that read, didn't get it. Going to lose the Latias, which is unfortunate, but this Clefable looks extremely resilient right now. And Rotom is going to be sent out here into a Seismic Toss. Oh, that might be choiced Rotom, so Excal has to be careful of a possible trick attempt. If he has a Jirachee in the back, like as his last spin, I think you can safely attempt to go into Jirachee, eat up the Choice Scarf, because now like your own Jirachee suddenly becomes like a huge threat on Excal's end if it happens to be that. But no, going to stay in there and punishes that. So Starmaster in a lot of trouble now with what looks to be not a very good game plan against Clefable. I don't understand why Starmaster tricked there. Oh jeez, I need to sorry, oops. Yeah, I don't really, yeah, I think Starmaster had a brain fart there thinking that trick would work even after it got knocked off, although ironically Starmaster years ago, or sorry, last year in Classic Playoffs used the trick mechanic to his own advantage, so that might have been a misclick. But looks like they're saying GG already. They tricked there, tricks the Choice Specs, the Latias goes down, and the Clef Seismic tosses. So Excal is going to be up 1-0 in this series. I'm going to take a brief moment to say that if you guys enjoy these videos, like, comment, subscribe, and consider donating to our DPP Revival Invitational's prize pool. So like any money that you guys donate would be greatly appreciated. Oh, I better turn the volume down on that. Sorry about that. If you guys hear this and yeah, there's like a car honking outside. Yeah, I don't know, maybe the car was honking in terms of seeing a T-Spikes team fail miserably against Clefable. Yeah, that's kind of just typically what happens. Starmaster's build, just look, I'm not a fan of lead Rose Rate. I think it's just very mediocre. But don't get me wrong, I think there are spots where there are teams where Rose Rate can do great on. I just don't think it's on these like very old school builds. Game 2 has started. I'm going to switch viewpoints here. So we have Excal on the bottom, Starmaster on the top here, Jirachee on Jirachee Mirror. Both having Choice Scarf, and Excal makes the ballsy play to just stay in, Fire Punch. Starmaster going to get burnt for that, and tricks again, and the Magneton will get the trap off on this Jirachee. So this is looking like a complete total disaster for Starmaster right now. And tricks again. That was a pretty weird opener, and body slams there, so that looks to be trick body slam Fire Punch Iron Head. So that Swampert's gonna be Parrot there, and Breloom's gonna be sent in on this Swampert. Breloom will obviously get free Spore off. However, something to consider is that Breloom could also do something like Focus Punch in front of the Swampert, knowing that the Swampert likely will want to switch out. So that's just something to consider. And for Excal, the question is like, what's your sleep absorber going to be? Like, who are you going to sacrifice to sleep? Yeah, the cars are in the background, not doing great. Latias going to eat up the Spore. It is revealed to be Lefty's Latias, so this might be Combine 2 attacks Lati. And oh, Starmaster with Facade on Breloom. So this changes how this matchup might play out. This might be a Paris fan, for all I know. Like, oh wait, no. Maybe it's like Spore-free attacks with Facade, Seed Bomb, Superpower. That's something that this could be. Facade doing decent damage on this Jirachee. Don't forget this Jirachee Scarf. And just got Iron Head into the Swampert, so Excal did not come here to mess around. Get eat up this Ice Punch from the Swampert. So something to note here is that neither player is... So both players, more so Excal specifically, is trying to play around Torrent range. So that's why you're seeing Ice Punch being thrown out here. And that EQ is going to do decent damage to Breloom. Has to be careful of Seed Bomb now. But for Starmaster, he can just let a superpower rip if he has that. So that's just like something to keep in mind. Other combinations, this could be something like a Superpower Facade SD with like maybe Pursuit support in the back, which is like pretty plausible. But yeah, so that's kind of what's going on. Gliscor is going to be sent out here, going to eat that superpower up all day, every day. And this Gliscor is going to threaten an Ice Fang in return. And oh, nice play from Excal there to catch the incoming Starmie. Tyranitar is going to be sent out here into the Starmie, eats up a Surf. That might be a Scarf Tar or a CB Tar, not entirely sure. Pursuits here, Starmie's going to get the spin off. That trait is pretty prototypical in DPP, but Excal's going to let this Tyranitar go, probably because Excal figured that it's done its job. So, you know, there's that to take into consideration. And this Breloom now having taken the kill, this means that Excal can follow up with either Jirachee or Gliscor, most likely a Swampert. Okay. That's a interesting choice. Did this show lefties? Yeah, it did, and oh, okay. Okay, so Excal probably might know the team if he was willing to make that kind of play. But Facade only gonna do a mere 24% to Gliscor. And Zapdos, yeah, pretty common partner for Starmie. I would expect there to be a second Steel type potentially. Maybe something like Bronzong. Actually not. Oh, Baton passes here. Wait a second. Zapdos Baton passes there. I actually like this on Zapdos for a couple reasons. This is especially helpful in the Tyranitar interaction because it lets you play around something like a Pursuit attempt, and Tyranitar is going to be sent out here. And oh, this might be Sub-Baton Pass Zap. I know PDC made a build like that in the past before. So Tyranitar is going to be sent out here. I think if this is the team that I'm thinking of, then it is probably CB Tar, which will do significant damage to just about everything on Excal's team. And oh, nice pursuit there from Starmaster. Probably knew that the EQ was likely not going to kill Tyranitar from that range. And Swampert's going to be sent out here, going to eat this Flash Cannon. Now it's in Torrent range, so whatever comes in is not going to like eating a Waterfall from the Swampert. I think, yeah, no, Swampert kind of just claims something no matter what, so like whatever switches in, Laddie's gonna die, Jirachi's gonna take significant damage, and oh, that surprisingly does not kill. Okay. So the Swampert's gonna go down there. That's a bit unexpected. Oh, this might not be attack invested in hurt. That's probably what's going on, but Jirachee should be faster than the Magneton. Right now, I think if you're Starmaster, you kind of have to go for an Iron Head endgame, or Body Slam works too, I suppose. So the hope right now is that Starmaster's... Oh, that is not good. That is an incredibly bad spot for Starmaster now. Didn't get the Body Slam paralysis. And I'm not sure if the Zapdos can actually survive. 14%. Okay, so Starmaster, saved by the RNG there, is able to roost up in time. So the Starmaster still has a chance to salvage this game. Is healed up back to full. So Starmaster catching a bit of a break there, and that Swampert is extremely low. And if this Zapdos has Hinpart Ice, then it is... Oh wait, it might not have it, because if this is Sub-Baton Pass, but it's like probably Sub-Roost, BP plus Discharge, so this might be Mono Zapdos is likely what's going on here. Breloom will get the KO here, and... I mean, Jirachee still can BS its way out of this. 68%, yeah, Excal's gonna need a couple of Iron Head flinches to get out of this, but the issue here is I don't think it's immediately clear if... Yeah, no, I think Starmaster might actually not have, Discharge, or sorry, Starmaster might not have another attacking move. So for Excal, I think there's a chance that if he realizes this, there's a real chance that this Swampert can actually potentially win the game. But the other thing to factor in is that the Jirachee's staying in to play this Iron Head flinch endgame because of the Tyranitar. Like, all it takes is like maybe one turn for Starmaster to make a double to the Tyranitar, and the Tyranitar is probably faster than the Swampert. So that's something to take into consideration. Then it can just crunch, and yeah, so there's the Swampert switch there. So Excal realizing that the Zapdos probably can't actually touch the Pert, substitutes here. Yeah, so this is in fact Sub-Baton Pass here. If I am Excal, yeah, just keep clicking Waterfall, don't get cute. Reese is here. So Starmaster's out right now. For him is that he has to try and PP stall this Swampert. That's his endgame right now. Ice Punch is there, doesn't get it. Subs again. Waterfalls. Okay, yeah, now we got a bit of a mind game here. Do you EQ on the Roost attempt? But, however, if you get it wrong, that means you waste 2 EQ PP for nothing. So I'm just gonna quickly hover over here. So 19, 15, and 16 is the PP that he has. Divide each of these by 2 and could get something interesting. Yeah, this is a real tricky endgame, but I like Excal's odds a little bit more. Subs again. Waterfalls here. I think you have to go for the EQ now. If you're Excal, I would go for it here because there is no world where Starmaster can... Well, for Starmaster, you could try to discharge here, and Baton passes into the Tyranitar. Yeah, EQ covered just about everything there, and Starmaster can't really do anything about that, so Excal's gonna take this series 2-0. And Starmaster will be eliminated from this tournament. Thank you for playing, Star. And Excal is going to move on to round 6 of this tournament. Once again, if you guys enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and consider donating to our DPP Revival Invitational prize pool. And I will see you guys next time.